Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vase. I am being joined by Bach from the Trezor team to give us a little bit of an update. I got stuck in Prague an extra half a day due to United Airlines flight being delayed by 6 hours. Thank God I checked before I went out to the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning. So Bach, how you doing, man?
Good, you?
Excellent.
I'm actually happy, the flight got delayed. I'm pretty sure you're not as happy, but because we got to meet like this, right? In the middle of the city.
Yeah, no, I'm so like disorganized when I go to these countries. Like I show up in like Prague and then I spend like the full day and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I know people here. You know, the Slush team is here, Brains team is here. I still call them Slush team. The Brains team is here. The Trezor team is here. If I would have Googled what other companies are around here, I could have coordinated it better. But it's always like last minute. So, but I was gonna go to the office, but you guys are a little bit outside of town. And I'm like, maybe I'll just stay here at a cafe. So how's it going, man? I'm sure the sales are doing a little bit better now that the price is pumping again.
Yeah, definitely. The sales are up again. We can now focus on not, you don't have that mindset when you're set in the bull market, bear market, and you're wondering if something's gonna happen soon. Now we can actually focus on the projects that were in the back burner for a while.
So what are some of those projects?
So one of the
Anything
things
interesting going on?
I think it's going to be really interesting, especially for the technical community or Bitcoin community, is the Shamir's algorithm for secret sharing.
I don't. I'm actually not familiar with this.
So
I'm familiar with like the Wasabi wallet, and I know some other hardware wallets are looking to integrate that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys are doing on the privacy side of things?
So
if that's where you're going with
it's actually a way how to share the secret. So you know how a hardware wallet runs on one single mnemonic seed, right? So that's basically the master key of it.
Yeah.
And we give you a recovery seed which has 12 or 24 words, and then it's basically you can consider it as if somebody gets to that seed and it's not protected by a passphrase, then they get access to your entire wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've been working on is making a cryptographic function by Shamir a more user-friendly experience for Trezor users, in the sense that now you can take the master seed, or you can generate a new master seed that will be divided in more secrets that are independent of each other. So let's say you decide that you want to have 3 out of 5 shares. You will generate 5 shares, and you will every time you will need 3 shares to recover the entire master seed. You can now divide the share geographically. You can divide it among your family, among your friends.
So it would be a 3 out of 5 or a 2 out of 3, whatever you decide,
whatever
right?
you decide, yeah.
Okay.
So
man, even that kind of scares me, right? Because now if I split my seed, right, for even if I go 3 out of 5, right, I still gotta somehow make sure that like
yeah, the mic is not.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you know what? That's probably because you're facing me. So if you put it here, it should be good.
Yeah.
There's an echo. Interesting. Let me check something with the mic. Let me reset the mic real quick. I switched mic to a much shittier mic. I just went to my camera mic and then I switched back. All right, let's see if that's better. It should be okay. I mean, we're looking at it right there.
Yeah,
So
I can actually repeat what I just said about the Shamir's sharing, because if the mic was so bad.
Yeah, repeat it real quick.
So Shamir's secret sharing, or the way we're implementing it, is it allows you to split your master seed, your master key securely among many shares, and you are defining how many do you need to recover the entire key. So it can be 2 out of 3, it can be 5 out of 10, let's say. You decide it, and you can then geographically split the seeds, the shares, or divide them between your family members. So in case of inheritance or on any of these, cases, the money will not, your bitcoins, your coins will not get lost. They will be shared. Yeah.
Right. So this is my concern, right? Like I barely trust myself with the safety of my single private key, right? So if I split it amongst 3 people, it has to be 3 people that nobody knows like how to use a Bitcoin, They barely know what is a Bitcoin. Like nobody. My friends barely know. So if I save it with them, like I gotta make sure that they don't lose it, right? So if I split my key into 2 of 3, like I gotta check with them like every 3 months. Do you still have it? Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Like because if both of them like lose it, now I'm totally almost like screwed.
Right. But that's why you have to think about the redundancy of it. You know, I wouldn't create a 2 out of 3 Shamir set if I knew that my family doesn't know how to keep it secure. I would make it more like 3 out of 6, so that you can create more redundancy with that set.
What about something like, for example, it's a actually I just thought of it. Like I don't know if anyone had thought of this before, right? So I know what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So could there be something where, let's say I split my key into 4, right? It's a 4, but I am the master of the 4. So all I need is one of the other 3 to combine with mine to recover, or all 3 of them have to combine together. So even if it's I split my private key into 10, right? All I need is one of them and me to recover. So it's a 2 of 10 if one of the 2 is me. But if I lose mine, then I need all 9.
These are some kind of additional rules that that we are probably looking into. I don't know much about the details of the cryptography. It would be a little bit more complicated, I think, because then we would have to have some rules in there.
Well, I think that one I would like.
Yeah.
Then I'd split it amongst like 4 or 5 different friends that I trust, and even if all of them collude against me, they still can't get my Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then I know immediately when I lose my seed, and then at that point, if I don't have access to my hardware wallet, then I kind of pray that all of them still have it. Yeah. I'm taking that chance. But also, if I lose my key, then and I still have access to my actual Trezor, then I can still move them somewhere else and then send the other 5 back to my friends. I'm like, hey, this is the new one. Scrap the other one, hide this one. But now I know for a fact that no one is colluding against me because they still need me. Yeah.
I mean, what you can probably do is create a 3 out of 6. You keep the 3 for yourself, but divide them geographically to some different places, and then have 2 more and give them to your friends. So they need 3. So each one of them, they cannot collude with each other, but you hold all 3. Well, you hold all 3, minimum 3 keys for that, for 3 shares for.
So think about that one. That's interesting. Yeah. All right. So what are you guys doing on the privacy side of things, like fungibility? Are you looking to integrate with something like Wasabi Wallet or routing it through a coinjoin? Where are you guys going with that?
I think there were some projects, some research with coinjoin. Our CTO, Paul Rusnak, was in conversation with Wasabi Wallet. I do not know exactly how what the progress is on that, but I think that there was an open discussion on GitHub, and there was some work being done.
All right, we got a question from somebody in the audience. Does Trezor have any plans to make hardware using a secure element so our seed can't be extracted by anyone with physical access to our Trezor without even knowing the PIN? I didn't know that was an issue, but
well, there's the SB is probably commenting about the ledger hack case. The Don John team was researching and trying to hack the Trezor. This was already published to us or reported to us in March 2019. We replied with an article in March 2019. Unfortunately, they came up and released a video in the last few weeks, which kind of stirred the pot again. And we had to respond with the same article. Essentially, the vulnerability can be mitigated by a 8 to 9 alphanumeric passphrase. When it comes to the secure element, there is some research on it, but the biggest problem of the secure element is its NDA. It's basically a black box, and you're signing with the manufacturer that you will not divulge what the secrets or what the architecture is.
And you guys are open source. I don't think Ledger is, or they're open source-ish.
Yeah. So we will have to figure out if we are going to ever use secure element. We're going to have to figure out how to make it so that it works with our open source ethos.
All right. Very cool.
Sound is bad, apparently.
Yeah, the scenery is really nice behind me. Unfortunately, we're sitting in like a shaded coffee shop. I'm not. I don't know if you can read that question. I'm not exactly sure what it's saying.
Is that necessary for Shamir's end of I'm sharing that private keys should be in sequence order to sign like Craig? It's Craig wrong explaining. Not really sure what I have to admit that I'm not really having an answer to that question because I'm not really.
Oh yeah,
sure
it's a concept of signing it in order. Yeah. By the way, I do have the new Model T. Fact that it up with the pipe, making it a USB-C connector, which is where the world's going to. All right, man. I think you have to. Oh, one last question, man. I wasn't happy when you guys added support for all of these shitcoins.
Shitcoins, right? As a Bitcoin maximalist, right?
At which point are you guys going to regret that decision?
I think that we are already kind of moving like. The thing is that we get a lot of shit for adding all of these points, right? And we are kind of moving back in the sense that we are offering, we are working on a Bitcoin only firmware now. So if you want to use a Trezor with Bitcoin only, you can install this special firmware and you won't have any of the other coins on it at all. I don't have an ETA for that, but it should be coming out soon. Should be coming out hopefully this year.
Okay, so it's a firmware. So your Trezor will still work. It depends on which firmware you install on.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly. And this firmware will be like.
All right, very cool. All right, man. I think you have to get to work.
Thank you so much. For
thanks for stopping by for a cup of coffee. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of TA. Yeah, guys. So I do have an affiliate code directly with Trezor. You can also buy it from a US company, HW Wallet. They sell all kinds of hardware wallets. So either one, go ahead. You can click on the link and you can go ahead and purchase your Trezor from there. And I'm a big supporter of all hardware wallets. It's the best way we have these days of storing your Bitcoin. Bach, thanks again for stopping by. And next time, I'll definitely come by the office, man. All right. Hey, let me show you guys the view behind me before we go and do some of that TA. Oh, I'll grab the camera here. There you go. That's what we're looking at right there. There's Prague for you. Really cool. I like Prague. All right. My coffee is here. I'm gonna have like 2 mics on me to make sure that the audio is good. And let's go to TA. Boom. Once again, if you guys want to support, please check out the affiliate section of my website. The workshop yesterday went really well. I was a little nervous about, we're going to have it up here soon once I upload it as a video. The entries, exits, and stop losses, I was a little bit nervous about it because I wasn't, I didn't really know how to set up slides for it. It was more of like a live interactive thing. Went really well. Everyone really liked it. So yeah, it's going to be, all right, TA, see what's going on. This is the daily chart, not where I want it to go. This is weekly chart. And right now we are on a, but the week is just starting. We still have plenty of time. Plenty of time to go in the week. It can really go anywhere. You can see how at the moment we have been supported by this moving average. This is the 7-period weekly moving average that has not been violated at the close for a long time, actually. The last time we closed below it was the week of February 4th. So it's been a really, really, really long time. The violation of this moving average is not going to go well because this will be the first red one in a long time. Now, the last time we had a red one, it kind of came in a neutral market, so it didn't really do anything. But this could lead to some bad things. As you guys know, I do not believe that the mid 9,000 area can support the price for the second time. Right here, this is where I thought this fall would take us. I thought this fall would take us down into the 50-period moving average around 9,000, like 8.9, something like that. It did not. It reversed us from right here at 9.6. Right now, as I said the other day, this was the only place I expected us to potentially bounce in the $9,000 area, right off the moving average. My gut feeling tells me this is not going to hold. I still think we're going to go lower. I think that this setup trend line at 9.5 can support the price for a few days. And if it cracks, we have a problem. It's kind of like Houston, we have a problem. This reversal candle needs to hold. This bounce off the moving average has to hold. If it doesn't, if we get a daily close below 9,900, I think we are going significantly lower. And if we're lucky, we will bounce somewhere in the low 8,000s in the vicinity of this 128-day moving average, which is rising pretty quickly. So by the time we get there, now we are on a 5 of 9 sequential. Can we get here in the next 4 days? It's possible. I think it's a little too much to fall in 4 days, but considering Bitcoin just fell, what did it fall? $1,500 in this one candle. It can certainly fall from 10 down to 8 in 4 days. This is a log chart, so this looks bigger, but it's really not in, wow, it really just got windy here. I did shave. I didn't think I'd go live today. I thought I'd be on an airplane and then I'd be, so like I just, you know, the beard is great. I like it, but it gets a little bit annoying. So every couple of months, I like to shave for like a week. I do like this candle as of now, but it's 5 a.m. in New York time. We still have more than a half a day to go in this candle. Let's see where it ends. The most likely scenario is a little bit of a bounce. Here's what I would like to see. I actually wouldn't mind to see this daily count broken, like consolidation over the next 3 to 4 days, reset the count, and then break this moving average as a red 2 going below a red 1, setting you up for 9 days of downside, reversing on a 9 around the low 8,000s or the high 7,000s. Because if the high 7,000s don't hold the price, Bitcoin is in more trouble. Yes, people are making fun of me for going bullish here. I kind of went bullish in spirit. I never believed that Bitcoin is going to keep going higher. I mean, I'm still betting that I'm going to win the bet with Rand that Bitcoin will fall to 4,500 before the halving. I am still somewhat confident in that bet. I do not believe in this rally. I still think it's bullshit. Here is my $11,000 line that I expected, if broken, Bitcoin would go lower. This is the prior low. This is our prior low on a 12-hour chart, and we pretty much hit that low. I don't like double bottoms. This is almost a double bottom, unless we get a rally back above 11,000. And it has to be above 11,000. If we only make it to this blue line, there's a high probability of a rejection and then continued downside here. Let's just say I'm bearish right now. I'm bearish until price proves it otherwise. Nice reversal candle on a 4-hour chart. There was another countdown phase. We never completed this countdown phase. We got to the aggressive, but that's it. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, had to sneeze, so I muted. I think we're back. So we're still on red counts, and we're just consolidating here because we fell kind of quickly on a 4-hour chart, and I'm still kind of bearish here. This is, oh, I brought back the 1-hour chart only because we were using it in our class the other day. Nothing interesting here. Bitcoin dominance continues to rise. This is actually a very good thing. If the fall of Bitcoin, like, I don't care how low Bitcoin goes. I am willing, I will be happy if Bitcoin goes down to sub 3,000 as long as it destroys the altcoins. As long as it completely annihilates the altcoins where people learn their lessons. So this is interesting. Oh, it's on a weekly scale. Let's go to the daily scale. So the BitMEX funding rate has gone negative. That is actually good news for the bulls. You can see how the BitMEX funding rate was negative all throughout, and we kept rising, and then it went positive here and here. The NVT signal from Willy Woo also, I mean, it's been overbought for a while, and you really want that to go oversold. You want that to go sub 30. Willie, if you're watching, raise this damn line to 30, please. It needs to go sub 30, and it didn't do it on that last drop, which is another reason why I thought I could have been right that this shouldn't have been the bottom. All right, shitcoins. When can Ethereum finally die and put us all out of our misery? Well, not today because it's on a reversal candle, unfortunately. So Ethereum is bouncing with Bitcoin, but it's still creating a brand new low. So I still expect it to keep going lower. The Ethereum in dollar terms is having a nice rebound candle as Bitcoin is bouncing, but I'm still kind of bearish Bitcoin and even more bearish Ethereum. Litecoin's probably bounce. Litecoin is not bouncing. Interesting. So here's Litecoin daily. It's coming up on another 9, and it already completed its 13s from the last 9. Here's the 9. Here's the acceleration down into the 13s. Aggressive sequential combo all came in within 2 days of each other. We are about to print a 9 tomorrow, and we will see where that goes. I am very bearish. I'm a huge bear on Litecoin. I think Litecoin's dead. Litecoin people just haven't realized it yet, but they will after the halving. Not gonna cover it. Not gonna cover it. The dollar. Well, we have to wait for the markets to open. Gold printing an 8. Let's see what happens next week when it hits to a 9. Oil printing a nice 4. Wow, oil can really rally here. I'm curious where the futures markets are. This is the euro, doesn't really matter. Oh, stock markets are going higher. Above this line, I was very, very bullish. This is great. Stock markets can go significantly higher. No reason to look at stocks. It's still the weekend. It's the same as before. I got a comment. Tone, can you take a look at the 10-year channel in the S&P if it is still relevant, or that may be creating a new channel from January 2018? From January 2018. All right. S&P. I'm going to eliminate this line because we have broken this line at week close. So it was not resistance, and we're going to open above this line today. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of this, and I'm also going to get rid of this. Here is the S&P. It's going to be potentially 10-year channel, huh? Boy. We're going to the lows. It's not loading history, guys. If it can't load, I'll try it another time. Am I still streaming? How am I doing here? I really want to, oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful support of the 200 week moving average here. Okay, so the 10-year channel, and is it time to redraw that channel? Let's find out. Let me get the maximum price action here. What time is it? Let me see. All right, still have a little bit of time before I have to get back to the airport. Channel, where's my channel? Probably here. Parallel channel. I don't remember if you start from the bottom and go up. I like this line. I would not draw a new channel. Here's what I would do. I would use the midpoint line. I would leave the channel as is, and I would just put the midpoint line as a best fit line between these highs and this consolidation. And then this midpoint line is now supporting a lot of the stuff. So let me clean up. Let me turn off the moving averages, and let me turn off the sequential so that it's a little bit cleaner, right? And maybe even convert this to a line chart. And and now you can see how this line is doing pretty damn well. If I do a daily, this will probably touch this line perfectly. Yes, this went a little above, but it's equidistant above and below. And this is nice touch, and that's a nice touch. And that's a nice point there. And the bottoms are very, very clean. And this point actually touched it intraday, right? If I go, let me change this to daily. Right, so you can see how on a daily scale, it's not letting me zoom out further, unfortunately, but you can see how on a daily scale, we are a lot closer here and a perfect touch here on daily. And now I'm gonna go back to weekly, just so that I can look at it. So that's what I would do. I would keep this channel, and this came pretty damn close because there was a wick here as well. We're looking at a weekly line chart, right? So we can go back to hollow candles. Maybe not that much of a wick. So that's what I would do. And it still looks clean to me, where I think we can go higher, we can hit that guy, and we can still pull back. That's my view on it. I may leave this channel. Let's bring back the moving averages. Damn, that 200 looks beautiful. And we'll bring back sequential as well. Where's sequential? There. All right, cool. Thank you, Brad, for your nice comment. All right, guys. SB is asking, at one point, what are sub 3,000 prices more likely than not? When we cross 6,000. If we fall below 6,000, 3,000 becomes insanely likely. As of right now, sub 3,000 is still unlikely, but it becomes a lot more likely under 6, in my mind. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we did a quick interview with Bach from Trezor. I do have a link to Trezor on my website in the affiliate section. You can buy a Trezor from Crypto HW Wallet in the US. You can buy a Trezor directly from them in Prague. You can check out those links. And if you want to support my work, check out the affiliate page. I have one more workshop coming up that is planned. I will set up one more webinar on money management and not money management, but risk management and position sizing. It's a very important workshop, and they'll all be available on demand. All right, guys, you can check out my calendar to see where I'm going as well. On this note, I will call it a day, and I will see you all on the next stream. Bye from Prague. Here's a look at the streets of Prague once again. Pretty neat. I know it's not Charles Bridge or the tower or the castle, but hey, we do what we can. Oops, didn't need to put that in the water. And talk to you all in the next one.